So this short section is about the whole idea of cycles of inquiry. So action inquiry, or action research, moves through carrying out a series of experiments. We plan to do something, we do it. We observe what happens, and we reflect on that. Maybe we reflect on it by talking to others, maybe we reflect on it on our own, maybe we ground our reflection in some theory, some of the ideas, concepts, tools or models to see what happened, how do we make sense of it, what could have happened, what else could we have done. And out of that, we frame the next action, the next experiment. And that relationship between action, observation, reflection, forming a new action is a cycle. Now, if you look at an action research textbook, you will see diagrams that show these cycles of inquiry progressing steadily towards an endpoint, as if you constructed a series of deliberate experiments that led effortlessly one from the other to a conclusion. It may happen like that, but in all likelihood, your process will be messier than that. In the first place, you don't have to concern yourself by deliberately planning every single cycle. Almost everything you do or don't do can actually be a cycle of inquiry. So you can start by just noticing how you are in all the meetings you go to. What were you trying to do? What did you do? What sense do you get of your own leadership by reflecting on that? Did you get the kind of outcomes you wanted? Did you get outcomes that surprised you in a positive way or that disappointed you? And what can you do differently next time? You could notice this every minute of the day, every interaction that you had. Of course, you don't need to do it every minute of the day, but the point is you don't have to create a deliberate, artificial structure for these cycles of reflection. At the same time, it's really useful to have some overall idea of where your inquiry is taking you, particularly in relation to your big question. So you probably will have some set pieces in your cycles. For example, conversations with your PAG, conversations with your team, some experiments you're carrying out in the organisation. And your PAG leader and your PAG will help you to frame these set pieces. Just don't lose sight of the fact that some of the really useful things can be more casual. So action inquiry can include casual and informal cycles of action and reflection, as well as your formal planned parts of the process. In my experience, some of the really valuable things have spontaneously emerged. Remember, it's a process, one of the principles of which say emergence is allowed. So you can have cycles that just crop up. Conversations over coffee, a walk in the park with somebody that leads to some new insight. That can be just as valuable as your formal process, but both matter.